it's hard for infrastructure to keep up.
So what happens when courthouses just can't keep up with caseloads? Justice is delayed and maybe even denied. Here's our provincial affairs reporter Vashi Kapellos with part one of our series on courthouse delays.
I understand that you might not get justice, but you deserve a chance to be heard.
It's a case that first sounded an alarm late last year. An alleged victim of sexual assault never had her day in court. The victim and her family said the case was dismissed because of delays.
I phoned the Crown monthly and asked them why it was taking so long. They said, "Oh, don't worry, this happens all the time. It always takes a long time." And then this comes up.
That particular case in Airdrie turned political. It was brought up by the Wildrose and is being looked into by Alberta Justice. But the issue of court delays is one that those who deal with the system say is happening all over the province. About 4,000 new people arrive in Alberta each month, and infrastructure has struggled to keep up. Red Deer is a prime example. Since its courthouse was built back in the early 80s, the population it serves has doubled in size to just under 100,000. There's no new courthouse, though.
It's done, it's made.
Brent Handel is the president of the Red Deer Bar Association. He says interim custody decisions are just one consequence of the delays. Custody is awarded on what used to be an interim basis, but one that now lasts 8 months.
By then, there's a status quo that's been created for the children. And so a judge then hearing the matter is going to be reluctant to overturn that interim order, even though that interim order may very well have awarded custody to the wrong parent. There's a great deal of frustration.
Sherwood Park is feeling a similar frustration. The courthouse there has 2 rooms, but only one is normally used. Though a new courthouse for the booming population there has long been in the works, it may not be the whole solution.
The court is saying, and I think trying to communicate with the government, that there is a lack of allocation of resources, and that's something that can be cured, I think, by way of allocating more money to the problem that is hiring more judges and clerks.
It's hard to see what the effects of delays are unless you intersect with the system. But in the case of Sherwood Park last year, an impaired driving case was dismissed under what's called the Askoff ruling, which says the accused has the right to be tried within a reasonable time. In the ruling, Judge Burgess called the Sherwood Park courthouse the worst in the province, saying resources weren't sufficient for the population, something more people are seeing in more than one place across the province.
I hope that my story can do something to change somebody else's story.
Vash Kapellos, Global News.
Now, there is, of course, more to the story. We'll talk to the province to see what's being done to help the situation. That's tomorrow in part 2 of our series. The more money you make, the easier it is to find a job.